Okay, y'all, maybe I'm in the right place this time. Sorry. Maybe I can find myself now. Let's see. Yay! Okay. All right. It took me 6 minutes to go live. Let me see. Okay, now I'm in the right place. Am I in the right place? Oh, I am. Crap. Y'all, I thought I was doing pretty well, but apparently my mind is gone. Edit. Let me delete that. Edit post. Y'all, I need a little grace here because delete. Okay. Now maybe I can find myself. Okay. Justin, there I am. Okay. All right. That was. Okay, y'all, maybe I'm in the right. Okay. No. Okay, here, now. Now I'm in the right place. There are 2 people watching. Hey, Liz. Hey, Elaine. Hey, Deborah. Well, there are 3 people watching. Okay. I'm glad I'm feeling better, too. Thank you very much. That, apparently my mind's not feeling a lot better. Okay, Elaine, Deborah, and Liz are here. Okay. And since we're late, maybe some more people will come on, or maybe not. I don't know. But I had told you that we're going to be doing stuff with books. And this is a book I used, y'all. It didn't have a cover. I did not tear up a good book. Did not have a cover. I got it from the library's trash can with their permission. So, you know, I didn't tear anything up. And a word of caution about pages like this. They're old and kind of thin. So I reinforced them with Mod Podge. Let me get them. Let me see if I can find them. There they are. Okay, so now they all stuck together. All stuck together. Apparently the Mod Podge didn't dry good. Yeah, you just got back, and I think y'all were with me. I just got back from walking up and down my street, showing you the Halloween crowds, because they really kind of have to be seen to be believed. Anyway, I took the pages and I coated them front and back with Mod Podge just to strengthen them up a little bit, because with pages this thin, every time I tried to do something with it, they tore. So I shored them up. So let me show you some of the things I've done. One of the things I've done is, why is that going away? Hey, Becky. Hey, Kathy and Amy's Art and Elaine and Liz and Deborah. And okay, good. It's a good group. Okay, the first thing I did with this was this bow. This cute little bow right here. And you can see that it tears. And this one didn't get treated, but it tears, so they don't do it anymore. But I did a bow and I did a feather. And with the feather, you can also watercolor paint it and have it look like that. And where's the tassel I did? And just for the fun of it, I did a bow out of a grocery sack. And y'all look what you can do with it. You could put one on top of the other, and it makes a really pretty little bow. And then I did a tassel, and really and truly, the tassel is pretty much my favorite. And y'all, these are so easy. You're gonna think you're in kindergarten, okay? And I hope that's all right with y'all. Can you hear me? Hey, Lori. So, you know, I did those, and I've got some more stuff to show you because I branched out. I got tired of the books, so I branched out some, and I'll show you. I did a feather to make a little curve here, and This is a work in progress. This is another little feather, but ought to be a fan. I did this little feather, and you know, one side of it is I put some rub and buff kind of things on it, but I didn't like that, so I watercolored the other side. And I did this little bow. This is paper, you know, those books like you get at Hobby Lobby that have, you know, about that thick, and they have all the pages in them, or the papers in them. This is from one of those, and this is from one of those. And this little flower, in the back is book pages, and the front is the same. Yeah, this is wallpaper. No, this is wallpaper. This is wrapping paper one. And this little tassel. And then I did these two bows that are Christmas bows. That was upside down. And on this one, it's a learning curve because it said Happy Holidays, but I didn't even notice it until I got ready to put it on. So it's Holidays Happy instead, but you get the idea. So, scrapbooking papers. Yes, thank you, Kathy. I've been wrecking my brain trying to think of it. And then I decided that wasn't enough, so I started, I put wings on a tassel and a head and turned it into a little angel. And this paper has not been treated, and if you can see right there, can you see right there? I can't see right there. I need to get rid of that. Can you see the tape? You know, that's torn, and that's what the old paper does if you don't treat it and stiffen it up first. But then I did this one that's from the scrapbooking paper. You know, these are just angels with wings on them. I mean, you know, tassels with wings on them. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And I hope you don't think this is too simple and too easy. I hope you enjoy doing it, but we'll see. We will see. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the bow. Now what I've done, when I put the Mod Podge on, I did it with the whole page. But when in the first ones I made, I used the whole page, but then there was so much of the border that I didn't like that I've been cutting it off. So they're about this size, and they're not real big. So to do the bow, and y'all, I don't measure anything. To do the bow, if you have comments, I'm not seeing them because my iPad keeps going away. Y'all still there? Yeah, I see you are. Okay. All right, so you take a piece of paper. I don't know how big this is. It doesn't matter. It's however big you want your bow. But this particular one is about 16.5 inches by 11. I say it doesn't really matter. But you just take your page, and to do it, I turn it about, depends on what size bow you want. I do about half. This is going to be a little bow. So you just do, you know, turn it down, and you're going to cut it off. So if I can find my scissors, I'll cut it off. Hey, Cindy. Paper gets a little shiny and a little slick but I just cut off about that much. Right there. And I leave it the way, let me see, I leave it. But you want to go about halfway and just scrunch it together. Y'all know how to scrunch. You know, you just scrunch so you're making your bow. See, like that. And now I've been using this craft glue, but I've also used hot glue because I got tired of waiting for the glue to dry. And if you don't use a whole lot, then it's okay. But you know, you have your bow and you just kind of flatten it out. kind of flatten it out. And I'm going to take a little bit of another piece. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I'm going to cut each side off about there. And I'm doing this because I want some way to tie this up, okay? You're going to laugh when you see how easy this is. So you scrunch it up, you flatten it out some, and I'm going to use hot glue just because it's here and it's hot. And it really is a little bit easier because it dries faster. We won't be here all night with me holding something up, trying to wait for the glue to dry. Can y'all hear me? Everybody here? You take a little scrap of the same paper, and you know, I want it flatter than that. I didn't get in the middle. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, good, Cindy. Thank you. And you take your little scrap of paper and you just put a little dab of glue down. Like I said, you can use any glue. You're hearing fine. Great. Thanks, Elaine. And you just wrap it around. Y'all know how to do this. Most of you know how to do bows, but this is the only way I'm going to do bows from now on. You just wrap it around a couple of times and decide which side you want to be the front. I'm going to have to cut this down some more over here. I'm just going to keep wrapping. And then you get another dab of glue and you put it on the back. And glue it down again. Now you kind of want your both sides to be even, so I'm going to cut a little bit more off of this side. And you can, since it's doubled over, you can separate it out a little bit so it's a little poofy. If you like little poofy bows. Yeah, Frankie's inside because, I mean, he wants to be outside, but there's too much going on out there. But I might have to let him out because I did feed him. So you can poof them up a little bit. If you want to, you can put some glue on the sides, but you don't have to. And then you take this other one that you've got, and this is your tails. So you just bend it in half like so. And I like to dovetail my ends. So I do, because I like to. My Facebook on my iPad keeps going away. The screen keeps going dark, so I can't see comments. And, you know, then you just sort of make it an angle like that. And you glue it to the back of your bow. And to the back of the bow you just made. And you're done. And then you have a bow. Whoops. I'm going to put a little glue back here where the fold is, just to hold it down a little bit. Right here. Is anybody doing this with me? Because it's real easy. I mean, y'all are capable of much harder things than this. Keep freezing for you. I'm good now. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not freezing as much now. Yeah, cute and easy. And you can put it on, so you could take it and you could put it on top of another bow. Or you could put another bow on top of it. So, is anybody doing this? If you are, I will slow down and wait for you. If you're not, I won't. And you can make these any size you want to. And if you can do, this is a bigger one. This is made out of wrapping paper, I think. And this one did not have to be treated because it's thicker. I like it. I can make a bow like this. I can do it. If you want to embellish it, you can let me see. I've got my embellishments down here. You can use a button done in Christmas paper and put on packages. Yes, they would. All of these would be good for Christmas things. So you can get you can find a button you like. A little big. You can just add you a button and embellish it, or you can put some bling on it. Whatever. You could, if you want to add some little jingle bells on it. Elaine, you're sick? I'm so sorry, but I can sympathize. And then you have, you have just a little bow. That's what you got. So that's the bows. And we'll do more of them if you want to. But now we can go on to the feathers. And y'all, I went ahead and I'm hoping this works. I put some Mod Podge on the back of paper, and then I went ahead and used watercolor on the front. So, just because I think feathers need to be kind of colorful, although I did not mind that one at all. It looks kind of feathery. Oops. It's about to lose its top. It did lose part of its top. Okay, I'll fix it. Okay, now, to do this feather, I used a skewer like that to put between the pages, but it just does an up and down, feather, and I kind of wanted to have a feather be able to bend. So then I went to a pipe cleaner, but it didn't give me a way to poke it in something. So the next thing I'm going to try, and I haven't done it this way, I may not be doing it, going to try it this way this time because I've lost my wire. I had a piece of wire. Okay, and another piece of wire. But, I don't want, a feather won't bother me to have all this stuff here, so I'll leave it. But I'm going to take wire, and this is, I don't know what kind of gauge wire this is. I'm not good at that. And I don't know that this is going to work, but it should. I wanted some way that if I wanted to put it in a flower arrangement, I could poke it in. Okay, somebody else has come in. We're going to see, okay, we're going to do the tassel next. That's my favorite, so I'm saving it to last. Because it's easy too. Pretty fun. I want to straighten out my wire. I don't want it to be crooked. Well, if that's already got a cut in it, I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting that off and then start anew. I had a perfectly good wire and I've lost it. Okay, you get yourself a length of wire or paper clip or dowel or whatever that's a little bit longer than you want your feather to be, and then you just cut it off. And apparently I already did that. Okay. And straighten it out as best you can. Although, feathers aren't straight. I took all this upstairs and spent several days just working on these. And I'm trying to get my paper all going right side up. So what you want to do is you put your wire down, and if you want it to curve, you can make a little curve in it. like that if you don't want a straight up and down feather, because you know feathers kind of curve. And let's see how we're going to hold this. I'm not sure how I'm going to hold this together. I'm going to do it this way. So what you want is you want this feather to, or this wire to be on the inside of your paper. And I'm going to put a little B7000 on this and some hot glue so that the spine doesn't come off my feather. And I'm not going to put it all the way up, but just a little bit there and some here. Be easier if I could see what I'm doing. Just going to secure it with a little hot glue. Don't forget about the B7000 because that's not going to work. Now I've not tried this with the wire, so we're in virgin territory here. Come on now. Just going to hold it down for a minute. Now, if you want to use a skewer and have a straight feather, that's perfectly fine because the little ones look good. And then you take another piece of paper, and you know what? I think I am going to use the craft glue, and I'm going to run a bead of the craft glue nowhere because it's stopped up. I'm just doing this on either side of the feather. And what this is going to do is it's going to give the paper something to grab hold of. And that's a lot more than I planned on using. Then I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to kind of line it up and push it down over the glue. And this is the only place I'm gluing it, y'all, is... Now, you don't want to push too hard because you can tear the paper. Now, so you're going to have something that looks like that. You can use it as a fan if you want to. I'm not seeing any comments. Why am I not seeing comments? Some of you were with me on walking up down my street. How'd you like Halloween? I'm not seeing comments because y'all aren't making any. Okay. Now I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to let the other glue dry. So I'm just going to put it over here and then I'm going to take another one and I'm going to do the tassel. And for that I am going to cut off the margins of the paper. Yeah. And again, you can make the tassels as much as you want to. A lot of memories of days past, that's true. It is amazing, isn't it? All those people. And you know, I didn't know whether we're going to have as many people or not, but I think we've had more this year than, well, I don't know, it's always pretty, yeah, but this is the first time I've ever been out in it. Okay, I'm just cutting off the edges. Okay, now what you do when you have your paper the way you want it, you've got your edges cut off or whatever, then you just fold it the bottom to the top, halfway. Y'all gonna laugh, this is so easy. And then you fold it from side to side. So you have two folds and you try to make them as even as you can. But that happens out in front of my house every Halloween. Well, why isn't that even? That's it. Well, okay, I'm going to go with whatever it is. So you end up with a little thing like that. So you folded it from top to bottom and then from side to side. And if you want to, like I've got some, some even edges, I'm just going to square it up. Try to square it up. Oh, the walk around the neighborhood brought back memories of, got it, Kathy. Yeah. I remember from being a child and walking up and down Glenwood Terrace and there being that many people. Or at least almost. Okay, now all you do is you want to come down about, I don't know, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, something like that from the top. And if it will help you, then you can make a little mark, or you can identify a place where you're going to stop. So I'm just going to do a little pencil mark right there. And that's where I'm going to stop cutting. So you find your mark, and then you start and you just cut thin strips all the way up to your mark. Now this paper's been treated, so it's a little bit thicker, but that's okay. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Good. Okay, Cindy, thank you. Okay, when you get all your marks done this way, doubled, then open it up. Frankie, get down here. Probably gonna have to let him out pretty soon. Sticks together when you do it. You open up, and then where the fold is, you have a thicker piece, so you just cut right up where the fold was, up to your mark, wherever that was, so that all of your tassels are the same length. I mean, all of your little cuts are the same. So you have something that looks like a grass skirt, a tiny grass skirt. Okay, then you take twine, and you cut off a piece of twine. Now, I'm not doing this exactly the way I learned to do it because this seems a lot easier to me. As you take, let's see about how long that is. You know, it's as long as you want your hanger to be. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down right at the top where the fold was. So, this length of twine is about, well, where's my this length of twine is about 9 inches long. It can be as long as short as you want it to be. So you just cut it and then fold it over. And I don't, you know, I'm not even tying it. I'm just folding it over and I'm putting it right, I'm not putting it where the fold is, I'm putting it right on one end. This is the end I'm going to start rolling from. So I'm going to put it right over here and glue it down. But I don't want it, you know, I want it to be up in this part that you did not cut. Okay, so you end up with something that looks like that. Okay, y'all with me so far? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna let him out. He's getting real restless and he's had dinner and I'm afraid of what's gonna come next. So I'll be right back. Come on, Frankie. Frankie? Frankie? Well. Guess I'm not gonna let him out, y'all. He went back upstairs. Oh, you're welcome, Dina. It's amazing, isn't it? All right, he's down here now. I'm going to let him out. I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. Ah, Frankie. He keeps running upstairs. All right, so you start from the end where you glued your tassel on, and you just start rolling it. And try to keep the top as straight as you can, although it's kind of hard. You just roll it. So you end up with something that looks like that. And when you get to the end, you glue it down, and be sure you keep your glue up on the part that has not been cut. Okay, so you end up with something that looks like that. Y'all with me? You can't tell. Okay, looks like that. And you take some more twine. And awesome, okay. And what I do with my twine, instead of gluing it down so much, well, I'm going to glue it down. I have been tying a knot in it, but I think I'll just go ahead and glue it. And you go right to where the cut ends, or a little below it actually. And then it's just a matter of wrapping it around. I'm going to add a bead of glue up at the very top because I don't want it coming off like it just did. actually what you can do, and I'm going to try this. I haven't tried this. You can just keep wrapping. Yeah, you just keep wrapping. You know, make your wrap smaller and get it in the glue, and then you won't be able to see that hole. Well, that didn't work. Okay, so never mind. Never mind that. Don't do that. Uh-oh. Okay, now that's all there is to the tassel. You see how easy that is? Is this anything that you would like to do? I'm not seeing any response. Okay, I got some hearts, thank you. So I know you're there. Okay, now if you want to turn it into an angel, you get something. Get you a piece of cardboard or something and some more yarn. The tassels are my favorite. Actually, the angels are my favorites, but how do you get out? Yeah, I'm sorry, the dog got out, and I don't know how he got out. But he's barking, and he's got his bark collar, and he should be barking. Okay, I gotta go check on him, y'all. I'll be right back. I am so sorry. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I won't get up again. Because I lost people. Oh, no. Okay, if you want to turn it into an angel, you get yourself a piece of cardboard, whatever size you think you want your... Maybe this is a little bit bigger than my hand. And you just wrap it around about 15 times. Or if you want, maybe 20. You cut it off there. And cut another little piece there. Y'all know how to do this. I know you do. And I put that down, slide this whole thing off your cardboard. Hey, Sally Carey, come on in. And you put it down and use your other piece of twine to tie it up, roughly in the middle. And I turn it over and double knot it just because I don't want our wings coming off. get a bead. I got all this stuff. You get a bead, and if your hole's big enough, you can just poke it through. If not, you can use a bead threader, but this is going to go through. So you just put the bead on for a head, and you run some glue around the top of your tassel, because you don't want your angel losing her head. Take your wings. You find out, figure out if you've got a front or a back. And it's a circle, so it doesn't matter. You can use any part you want to. Okay, it's going to be my back, so I'm going to take my wings. I'm going to glue them down right there. Not down. And you got a little angel. And if you want to, you can cut the loops so it'll look like, where'd it go? Depending on what look you like best, you can cut the loops so you have the sticking out like that, or you can leave it looped, which I kind of prefer now that I've done it that way. Got your wings like that, and then you can either put a button there, or you can get some, and I got some sparkly stuff somewhere. We're going to go back to the feather in just a minute because it's probably dry enough by now. But you can get whatever color. And I'm gonna give her a little purple sparkle because purple's my favorite color. So I got these, I think, at Walmart, maybe Dollar Tree. But I'm gonna get a little purple thing, and I'm gonna stick it right there. And I've got a gold, you can get a gold or silver pipe cleaner and make a circle. You know, the dog's got a bark collar on. I don't know why. He's not supposed to be able to bark. And they put her halo on, you just slide it down the hanger. And I put a little dab of glue back in the back. To kind of anchor the halo back there, and a little dab in the front. And there you have an angel. See, that took what? If I hadn't had to get up to take the dog out, it would have taken, what, 5 minutes? Uh-oh. Piece of thing came off, but you can just have a little angel. Quick and easy. Okay, now for the feather, let's go back to the feather. Feathers don't look like that. So all you have to do is, okay, how's this going? You take your scissors and you kind of follow the line a little bit, depending on how wide you want your feather to be, and you just kind of cut a feather shape out. This is going to be a weird looking feather. Feather's going to look more like a banana. So you have that's a weird feather, but a feather all the same. But I want it to be more of a point down here. And then you just take your scissors and I'm going to use a smaller set of scissors though. So I can't cut so far. And you just start making little cuts all the way up. This takes the longest. Now, as you get closer to the top, your little cuts get closer together, because that's what feathers do. Even deformed feathers like this one. Cutting these little notches in the feathers takes longer than anything else of any of the three things. You don't want your cuts so close together that you are cutting them, cutting anything off, or that they're falling off, but I'm going to put a little glue in here. I'll just put a little dab of glue at the tip, just to kind of hold it together. So I'm going to try to look and see if I have any comments. Then you go down the other side. So this is just trimming that up a little bit. And, obviously you can use any colors you want to, or no colors at all, or you can use the scrapbook paper or wrapping paper. We're not limited to our music sheets. You can use music sheets. Just if your paper's real thin, find some way to stiffen it up a little bit so it doesn't tear so easily. Did anybody do these with me? Just curious. And your cuts don't have to be all the same length. They can be big or small. Hey, Sharon. Oh, this is a wonky feather. I'm sorry. If you don't have 78-year-old eyes, you may be able to do this faster. Hey Sharon, you're fine. So I'll show you what we've made so far. Okay, so that's the feather. Actually, it looks better on film. So what we've made is, we've made a little tassel angel. And we've made, what did I do with the bow? Sharon, we've made these three things. We made a bow, and we made a tassel angel or a tassel. If it's just a tassel, it looks like this. Made a tassel. And you actually can do the tassel and the angels without treating your paper. Thank you. I like the feather too, but this is still my favorite. But we've done these three things, and you can do them out of any kind of paper you want to, as long as it's, if it's real thick, you don't want to mess with it. But I'll show you some of the things I've done them with. I have done them with brown paper bag. In this scrapbook paper. This is really my favorite because you can use any pattern you want to, and they look pretty good. This one, this angel right here was made out of this paper. And see, I think she looks really nice. Like that. Use this paper, but if you've got writing like I do, Happy Holidays, you pay attention because I didn't. And and then another piece of wallpaper. And then if you want to do things for Christmas presents, I think I got this paper today from Dollar Tree, and that's what I made this bow out of. And this would be really nice on a, well, you could hang it on a tree, but it would also be really nice as decoration for a package. And you can get some little bells, and you can hang the little bells, or you can get, about to have an avalanche of paper over here. Or you can get some of these little beady things, and let's see, we'll put a red one on here, just because I like red. You can use Totally Dazzled. You can use any kind of bling you want to. You can use buttons, any embellishment you want. And you can put, I think this would look good with a little sprig of pine on it. Or, anything like that. Anything Christmassy and decorating Christmas packages. So, what do you think? Tell me what you think. Is this too easy for y'all? Or is this something that you would like to try? And y'all, you can literally do these sitting in front of the TV, because everything I made except what I just showed y'all, I made sitting in front of the TV. Well, I'm not going to take your time to do that. So, did anybody try it? No, sick people didn't, but I hope you will, and I hope you'll post what you did, so I'll see it. And these would look great, an ornament exchange or something like that. The little angels would, the bows would, feathers. You could take this and you could stick it in a flower arrangement, and it would be fine. Now, it's a good idea to, it's been recommended, this paper that you seal it. So you can either seal it like I did this paper ahead of time, because this is already sealed. Or, I think for this, I would not seal that. I don't know how you'd do it. This one has been sealed, because I used the sealed paper. but it doesn't fluff out as nicely. You know, this one fluffs out nicely. I like the way it fluffs, and this one fluffs out nicely. So, anyway, I'd love to see what you do with it. Good. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you liked them all, Cindy. Because that's it. Quick and easy. So, do y'all have any questions about anything I did? You can decorate them any way you want to. Use just about any paper you want. Just be real careful if you use something like a book page from an old book. Yeah, you have to put bling on them. You have to put bling. This, I didn't age this paper. This was pre-aged paper, so it was a little flimsy. So you have to be careful with that and pre-seal it. I would pre-seal all my bows, so just you can do it while they're flat and not worry about it. Okay, that's it. That's what I got. Oh, Ruthie's coming in. Okay, Ruthie. Oh, well, thank you for being here. Ruthie, let me show you. This is what we did. We made this bow, and we made this tassel angel. She started out as a tassel that looked like, where'd it go? What'd I do with my tassel? Started out looking like that. You know, this is just a tassel, and this is a tassel turned into an angel. And then we made a feather. So, and you can, I like this feather because you can stick it in an arrangement. I'll show you. Really get lost in that arrangement, so maybe I won't show you. You can't see it, do you? I don't have a good arrangement, but I'll probably do a flower arrangement and try to stick this in it so y'all can see it at some point. If you want to. Oh, and I didn't show you the flowers. This is a work in progress, y'all. This flower, but y'all, this is just loops. I don't have any loops. This is just loops of paper glued together. We'll show you that another time. Okay, anybody have any questions? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to say? What do you think? Awesome. Thank you, Ruthie. That's all I got. Yeah, I know it's not complicated, but I like to do easy things, easy, quick things because I can. And I thought maybe y'all did too. So, if you don't have anything to say, I'm going to go eat supper. Because I got exercise today. Exercise. That's what Andrew used to say when Charlie say, I want to go exercise. Inspired me to take up. Well, good. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get, the yoga things haven't been done because really I haven't felt like it. And now everything's, it's in the closet, was in the closet, and that room is out because a roofer had to get up in the attic, and I can't start doing the videos again until Andrew comes and puts the shelves back up for me. But I am going to do that, so, and I'll let you know when I do them, okay? Anyway, y'all remember that somebody in Alabama loves you, and it's me. So, I will see you later. Oh, Becky, if you're going to do yoga, if you're going to get really serious about it, find a good teacher that is a yoga teacher, so she can help you not hurt yourself and get into some of the more difficult things that I'm not going to show you because I don't want you to hurt yourself, and you need to do them right. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you, Ruthie. I love you. I love you more. All right, y'all. I will see y'all soon. Okay. Bye.